Hello, I'm meteorologist Brian Ivy for NeoWeather and Snowplow News, and this is the much anticipated pre-Thanksgiving winter storm. Very strong winds along this corridor through the Midwest and Ohio Valley, and then here's your snow corridor. Yep, definitely with winter storm warnings in effect. This is going to drop some pretty hefty snow, but no widespread blizzard of Geddon or anything like that. Storm will be strengthening pretty nicely across portions of the Front Range into the plains, portions of Nebraska, Kansas, South Dakota. And then we'll start to see a trend where it lifts a little bit northeast through the Twin Cities in towards Wisconsin, up into the UP of Michigan with the main snow band. It's going to be some heavy rain, lots of wind, and even some stronger storms associated with the southern flank of this system. As this moves well off towards the north, dumping a big amount over near Lake Superior and then across portions of northern sections of Ontario, eventually into Quebec. We'll see a little bit in the way of wraparound snow coming down Wednesday night into early Thanksgiving. That'll be for portions of the lakes, mainly Pennsylvania, western New York, and just some scattered little isolated weak snow showers across New England. Wind is the big widespread story, that's for sure. We're going to see those gusts 40, 50 miles per hour, especially near the lake shores. Can't rule out some 60-mile-per-hour gusts. This will be through the day on Wednesday in towards early Thursday before we really die things down. Thanksgiving Macy's Day Parade in New York City. That might keep the floats on the ground before we get towards the end portions of the week and really die all this down. Big snow intact for this as well. We're going to see a widespread area about 5 to 10 inches with this system, moving off towards portions of the Midwest and then up in towards portions of the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. We're not really going to see too much. It's going to be well north of the border until you get towards portions of New Hampshire and Maine, where you'll start picking up some snow, but certainly elevated to the north in Canada as well, besides a little bit of that snow belt area, northwest PA into western New York. And then, hey, it's time for our next system, almost a repeat. This will be a pretty significant guy, likely developing with a lot of wind and some snow across portions of the west. Coming out of the Rockies, moving up towards portions of the southern plains. It's going to be warm on the eastern side with some decent amounts of rain, but plenty of cold air. Blizzard conditions, some major winds associated with this for the Dakotas up into Minnesota as we go in towards the weekend and early next week. And then the system starts to fizzle out, but we'll bring some wind and more cold air. This one's going to tap into some Arctic air and bring it down, bring in some lake effect, and bring some cold air in towards the northeast before that system leaves. And then things much more quiet across the middle portion of the country, just a tiny bit here in the east going in towards next Tuesday. Accurate weather information is with NeoWeather here. We're very happy to help our snow contractors out. Detailed, user-friendly forecasts.